Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight and now flex. Flex alive is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, Dave Walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. What we're going to do this morning is we're going to hold up the mirror. We're going to hold up the mirror. We're going to hear a lot of old slogans. Many of you are kind of young. You may have heard them, but never paid attention to them. You might have said, well, that's what my pop used to say. That's what grandpop used to say. Uncle whoever, auntie whoever. You never knew what it meant. But these old terms, usually they're from the South. They meant something. You may have heard, you lie down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. You've heard that. But this is my favorite one, because it applies to this fella, Oscar De La Hoya. It's called check the fruit on the tree. It's a double meaning when I use the word fruit. Y'all know why. Just look at the picture in the back. So let's do this roll call. We'll get down to the business, because he had a lot to say. And to me, it went beyond boxing. Whenever it's involving the Haneys, it goes beyond boxing. They can't just leave it boxing. You can't tear them down about boxing. All right, so you hold on to what you think you can hold on to. You knuckle draggers who want to hold on to certain things. I know why you're doing it. If you want to know why you're doing it, I just uploaded my Tank Davis video on my Patreon. You go have a look at it. And it's all facts. It's not even a joke. It's all facts. And it tells you what you need to, well, there's a little bit of a joke in there, but you know, but I already know what that's about with you knuckle draggers. But we're going to break down Oscar De La Hoya's, what he's calling it, Clap Back Thursday. I bet he knows all about the clap. He's probably had it a couple of times in his life, but we're going to break it down. You know, he who lives in a glass house shall not what? Cast stones. That's a biblical term. You might have walked around for years and asked yourself, what does that mean? Glass house, don't throw stones. It simply means check yourself. Before you start talking crazy about people, I hope your house is in order. You know what I mean? You see that happen on YouTube a lot. But whatever. Let's do this roll call. G. McCall, Shyland, Todd Swindle, CT Fatboy, Rod Neal, Black Gun Owners Magazine, Tiago Rose, Dirt Gang Boss, Jarrell Freeman, my brother 503 Line in the building. Salute. Eric Jordan, my brother, what's going on? Oh, you already know 503. We running that all the way until goddamn August. Snacks B, salute. Todd Swindle, Karen Fields, the Queen, salute Queen, we see you. Star City J, Shower, my other queen. Freedom's March, my brother, what's good? What's good? Stephen X, Jeff Spark, my brother, what's going on? Main Event Mark. Yeah, I want everyone nice and disgusted at what's playing in the back, because that's really him. That's really him. Shaquilla Fields, my other queen, salute. How are you? Andrew Gray, KBGJ, what's good? Freedom's March earlier in that super chat, salute. You said, shared this out of my time to channel. Man, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. And I appreciate everyone who supports me. It's a new day, and 2025 is going to be so strong because the devil's a liar. The devil's a liar. And we're shining a spotlight on Satan himself. We're shining a spotlight on Satan himself. And, yep, we having fun. Hustle's home. Salute my brother KG in the building. Ern Jordan. Oh, jumped on me. Okay, I got everybody so far. The Brothers UK in the building. Salute. Smash the like button. Like and share the video. And let's speak of the facts. Oscar De La Hoya in his clapback Thursday had a lot to say about the family, the Haneys. That's our family. And I watched it. I listened to it. He's entitled to his opinion. Slick Tom, Rob Sportsman, Lee, salute. Where you been? But we know his opinions come from a place of bias because he personally doesn't like Bill Haney. 88 Sports Talk, salute. He doesn't like what he's done with his son. He doesn't like the business position that he is with his son. And a lot of these guys that are in the industry are looking at what Bill has accomplished with Devin, and they're reflecting on their own career. They're more than likely saying to themselves, man, if I'd have did it like how he did it, I'd be in a better place historically and financially. Case in point, Devin Haney, is he not the youngest undisputed champion in the 4-belt era? Yes, he is. That's Hall of Fame work right there. You see, that's why they hold on to this fight with Ryan Garcia, because it's the only thing they can hold on to. And once they found out that Devin was cheated, they don't want to let that go. Which is why I look at you knuckle draggers and I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Oh, I keep it boxing. It was the left hook. What's wrong with y'all? They're not keeping it boxing. They camouflage it as boxing. They're not keeping it boxing. It's an attack on Bill and Dev because of their ethnicity. Let's keep it a buck. And they don't like this strong black man in his son's life. Why the emphasis on Devin needing to leave Bill? With Bill's assistance, Devin is now a millionaire. With Bill's encouragement and assistance as a father, Devin is one of the best boxers on this planet. Why is everyone so hell-bent on Devin getting away from him, but at the same time, dudes like Ego put in their love letter praising Tank for being loyal to the people that got him to where he is? TC, what up? Did y'all hear what I said? Praise Tank for sticking with Calvin and Kenny, which is not a problem, right? But they want Dev to get away from Bill. One situation, right? One situation in the ring where Devin was cheated and somehow Bill gets the blame for that. But last time we spoke to Cal in reference to reference to Tank fighting his contemporary, he said Shakur's not gonna let us stand there and do what we do. That's what he said. So you praise Coach Cal for that? So let me listen. Tank better not ever lose. He better retire undefeated. Because the second he loses, who they blaming? Wait, well, hold on. I heard Coach Calvin Kenny not in his corner anymore. So what happened to him being loyal to the people he came up with? What happened to that? You see, family, all you have to do is let them talk. How many times you heard me say that? Eric Jordan earlier in that super chat also, he said, "Oh, Ish, it's one of the original bottom itches." Yeah, this is the original Miguel. Miguel! This is the original Miguel right here. This is the original Miguel. It started right here. Fishnets, black pantyhose. Yeah, this is him. Big block, salute. Fish, and I'd be playing Morris Day right now, but it's YouTube, y'all. You already know. Jab Jamboree in the building, salute. Wildin'. Sign up to my Patreon. I put out a Tank Davis video. It's finally done. Because every time there was still stuff I could have put up there. I said, let me go ahead and put this out. But he's a gift that keeps on giving. So when I say all you have to do is let these people talk, just let them talk. They always contradict themselves. Always. Even the fanatics. It's fake, love. It's all fake. I ask these questions. What happened to the American Tyson Fury fans, right? They're gone now, right? And when I say things like, oh, hold on, where'd y'all go? You'll never get an autograph unless you travel to Saudi or go to the UK somewhere, because he can't come to America. You know the former Fury fans that were walking around on American soil, do you know that those guys didn't know that he was banned from coming to the United States? And this was your favorite fighter, only because you was anti-Deontay. Oh, all he has is a right hand, he can't box. A decade and some change of Floyd Mayweather. Money Mayweather, and all of a sudden, you like boxers? Michael Fleming, what up? You see what I mean? Just let them talk. They reveal themselves all the time. They reveal themselves. What happened to the Anthony Joshua fans in America? Where'd they go? What happened? They reveal themselves. Just let them talk. Let them talk. All you got to do, listen, you can't learn anything when you're talking. Just let them talk. Just let them talk. They tell you who they are. That's why I'll never lose a debate. And I ain't even talking about YouTube. I don't do that on YouTube. I see what happens. It's like ridiculous. That's it. Let them talk. Because they'll tell you something. They'll tell you something. Because they're so emotional. They'll tell you something and didn't even realize what they said until you say, yo, didn't you say this and that? It always happens. Just listen. You can't learn anything if you're talking. I'm not going to be out talking people, slick talk, back talk. I'm not doing all of that. I'm going to let you talk. And then when you're done and you're taking the breath in, when you're trying to breathe, then I'll throw it back at you. You said da-da-da-da-da. But that's not what you said over here. That's it. Now look at the picture. Who is Oscar to say anything about anyone? Lord, he can't talk about the president. What is he going to say? Just look at the picture. You know how you beat Oscar in the debate? Stare at him, hold up this picture, and walk away. I'm not going back and forth with a dude that did this. What? Bro, you have nothing to say to me. You know why? Integrity is everything. I don't trust you. And I'm not talking about you cross-dressing either. If that's what you do in your bedroom, that is that's what you do. DEW. Baltimore lingo. That's what you do. But what you was putting in your body, and I'm not talking about that long and strong, you know he likes that. Dude, you compromise your mind with narcotics. Can I ask y'all a question? Are y'all comfortable having a conversation with someone that is intoxicated or their brain is compromised with a narcotic? Are you comfortable just having a conversation with them? Because 10 times out of 10, when the narcotic wears off, they might not even remember having a conversation with you. Yes, the Tom Dedonis. Their brain is compromised. This is how he was living his life. Come to find out. Now, let me ask y'all, Xavier, what up? Dula, what up? Let me ask y'all a question. Let's keep it boxing for 1 second. If you have an athlete, right? Would you trust your athlete in Oscar De La Hoya's care? Just yes or no? Knowing what you know to this very date, would you trust Oscar De La Hoya to take care of your fighter and do right by you? Do right by the fighter and do right by you. Yes or no? No doubt, KG, but you know what I'm saying. Would any of you trust your fighter? And now watch this, let me add to it. If that fighter was your son, would you trust your fighter in the care of Oscar De La Hoya and his company? Yes or no? That's all I'm asking. Village brother, what up? I'm asking y'all. I'm up in the ante. Okay, it's your fighter, but let's say that fighter is your nephew, your son, your cousin, some kid that you raised from the gym. Let's say it was Calvin and Kenny and Tank. I didn't see them trusting him in the care of Oscar. Would you? Yes or no? Yes or no? If you're new to my channel and you're looking for something to not like about me, it's okay to answer the question. I'm keeping it straight fair, like I always do. Yes, salute, Queen. I'm asking a question. If you was managing a fighter up the ante, let's say the fighter was your son, would you trust him in the care of Oscar De La Hoya to do right by him by his career? Hell, would you leave him in a room with Oscar by himself? Would you do it? Yes or no? I think you see where I'm going here. Check the fruit on the tree. Now, every question that I ask you and the things I'm about to read to you, think about that clapback Thursday he did last week. And this is how ridiculous and spiteful and hateful it is. He still refers to Garcia versus Haney as a loss for Haney. Eric, oh, salute. A loss? A loss? That tells you what you need to know right there. He wants to talk about lawsuits. He knows a lot about lawsuits. We're going to get to it. Slip the jab, salute. I hope I know you had a great time in the Caribbean. It's cold as the MF out here. Tay, good morning. Check the fruit on the tree. This guy has nothing. This guy, you want to talk about humble? Everybody likes to apply the term humble to a certain type of fighter. With this guy's reputation, Andrew 100, my brother, with this kind of reputation, he should be humble. I'm not saying not to enjoy yourself and have a good time, He owned his weirdness. All this clapping back and stuff, you need to go sit down somewhere on the chairs that don't have cucumbers. Delano, what up? Oh, now Delano, there was a bunch of fights in January, brother. We just talked about two last night. Nah, brother. Nah, brother. You see, let me, and I'm not trying to put you on blast, Delano. I just want to point something out, brother. You see, that's not true, brother. That's not true. We just had some good fights Saturday night, brother. You see, ladies and gentlemen, that's the difference. No. I watch all fights. You talking about big fights? I watch all fights. I watched all fights. There was a lot of fights this January. That's why I purchased the Zone. They got busy. Feel me? Every Jordan, that super chat, salute to you, good brother. He says, what's going on here? He says, I only trust the ninja sword, not Miguel leftovers.
Give power to my nigga sword!
Salute, brother. Yeah, Kilo Land. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Pro Box had damn good. They had a damn good card. Actually, there's a lot of boxing for me to get to. So I got a lot of things going on. Got a lot going on. Vince, what up? But there's been a lot of boxing on. I watch everything. And I'm gonna start talking. You're gonna see the return of the short videos. There's a lot of boxing to cover. There's a lot of good prospects. There's a lot of people trying to make that comeback, and they need recognition. There's other American fighters we need to shine the spotlight on, and it's time for us to stop talking about the big fighters that are not doing anything. You know, now again, Delano, I'm not coming at you, brother. I'm just saying, Tank is supposed to be having a big fight March 1st. That's the third month of the year. And Tank has made his fans wait. He was supposed to get this done December 14th. All right, now he's making his fanatics wait until March, third month of the year. But the sport is moving on. And Tank, it's a big event, but it's not a big fight because it means nothing. You get what I'm saying? It's a big event because it's Tank, but it means nothing. If Tank wins, which he's expected to win, there's no reward. What does he get? The 130-pound belt off having a brain fart. Sorry, y'all. See? Can't even think of his name this morning. True Boxing Night, salute. Because if he was fighting somebody we wanted to see, maybe I'd remember his name. You get my point? Yeah, Tay, I gotta make that lateral move to MMA because you know, boxing's alive and I'll talk about it, but I mean, look, this is crazy. Yeah, Delano, and that's why you should be paying attention to what Turkey Al-Sheikh is doing, brother. Because Turkey Al-Sheikh is, with what he's putting together, he's putting about a good 5 to 6 years worth of work in about 2 years. Because he's getting these names together and saying, look, I got the bread. That's not the issue. What y'all want to do? Y'all don't even have to come to Saudi. We could throw it on U.S. soil. What's the problem now? And like Shakur said, he's making these dudes nuts drop. Money's not the issue. Venue's not the issue. Y'all guys are the issue. The fighters are the issue. If you don't take this Turkey money, what's going on? Oh, I don't want to go to Saudi. All right, we throwing it in America. What you gonna say? You don't want to go to Vegas? You know what I mean? Anthony, what up? Edgar, salute. Dirt Gang boss. So back to Oscar. back to Oscar. I'm just going to read some things about this guy. Oscar De La Hoya is back on the defensive following latest sex scandal. This was from 2022. It's a random article because you could just put in articles, sex scandals in Google and you see everything that pops up. Oscar De La Hoya nodded as he was asked about the SA allegations made against him last week. "Look, I'm here," he said. "I have nothing to hide." The former boxing champion removed his sunglasses, revealing stitches on his lower eyelids from a recent cosmetic procedure. Excuse me? I knew there was something weird with his face. This guy's getting plastic surgery on his face. He's like 60. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? All right, okay, that's another conversation. All right. I actually just got surgery, so as you know, I should be staying home, De La Hoya said, but I have to keep young for my girlfriend. Excuse me? Let me stop right there. You have to keep young for your girlfriend? Help me out. I need some crowd participation. Was Oscar married? Wasn't he married to a Puerto Rican woman? Yes or no? Because I do recall after he fought Felix Trinidad, he promised his Puerto Rican wife that he'd never fight another Puerto Rican. I know he said that. I know he said that. I said, huh? Real spill, salute. I know he said that. That was way before the internet, y'all. They said it on live on TV. Yeah, True Boxing Now. He was married to a Puerto Rican woman, right? Okay. Because I recall him here, 704 Joe, what up? I recall his wife, it was said on TV, his wife made him promise he'll never fight another Puerto Rican fighter. I mean, the code that these other ethnicities is on, don't you wish black people was on code? FBAs was on code like that in boxing. Don't you wish? But nah, so we used to keep it boxing, bows. Right? She was a singer? Or I don't know. I'm not in their business like that. I don't know how these dudes' spouses be looking. I don't know. But is that the mother of his child? Is that the mother of his children? How many children he got? Let's do some work. How many children does he have? Ross Spokesman Lee said that was revealed on the Mayweather leading up to the. Oh, really? Wow, that's crazy. I know that's why I heard it. I know I heard him. I heard that said. I said, damn, that's a strange request. But whatever. How you gonna tell your husband, who makes millions of dollars, at the time one of the best boxers in the world, you can do whatever you want, just don't fight another Puerto Rican? What? Millie? 2 kids? One is a girl? Okay. So he has a girl and a boy. Can I ask you a question? How do you think they felt when these fishnet pictures came out? You think they were safe at school? You think their friends ain't call them on the phone and say, yo, you watching the news? Are you okay? Is your dad okay? You think somebody didn't ask them, yo, listen, when you was coming up, did daddy, I don't know, do anything inappropriate to you? Gotta ask. You think they didn't go through that? You think they didn't go through that? You think it wasn't hard for them to walk in the public? Oscar could own this 100 times. What about your kids, man? And this guy is telling Devin to get away from his father? What? What about what you did, what you put your family through, what you put your kids through? Why did you and Millie break up? I'm not saying whose fault it was. I don't know. But we see how he walks around now, and he's admitted to having a problem with drugs. He collapsed his face. This is a man that had everything. He was the golden boy. And he couldn't keep his household together. And y'all want to listen to this guy. When he says, you need to get away from Bill Haney. Stop being around your father. This is the guy you want to listen to? Him? You could have that. I've seen 1 million people say that online. But this guy, see, I don't know about all the dudes on Twitter, everyone online, they like to hide behind avatars and everything else. Oh, yeah, Bill and Dev, I'm tired of him being around. Listen, let's go over here. Let's go over here real quick. Another person that said, Devin needs to get away from his father because I don't like seeing dudes up under their father was DJ Academics. And what did we just find out about this guy literally like 2 or 3 days ago? I didn't know about it. I saw the general's video and I'm listening to the video and then I went online and searched it. I heard the whole conversation. Did y'all hear what that dude did? Did y'all hear it? Let me explain something to you. If that was my son, my nephew at 15 years old or what, I don't care if my nephew was 21 years old. I would hunt him down. And what do we do as a village? We allow guys like DJ Academics to run amok. Not just walk around, but run amok. First of all, who is he to be giving advice on anything? Can DJ Academics give you relationship advice? Not when he had a woman in his house that stole $250,000 or something like that of cash out his house. And then I understand he took her back. He brought a woman in his crib, and I heard, if I'm hearing the story right, all his friends beat. Now stop right there. There's rules to that. And that's something I'll save for Patreon. But let me just say this. If it's a pop, and it's just a chick y'all ain't feeling, and that's how y'all crew get down, the last place you bring her is to your crib. She don't go to the crib. She goes to the staircase in the project building. I'm dead serious. She's not even supposed to know where you live. So you got her in the crib, all your friends are beating on it, and he probably the dude that beat last. And he probably eating the box after all his friends done beat. For 2 reasons, that's all he could do, and he probably liked it. So you got that going on. And now you're grooming 15-year-old boys. I heard it. It's on YouTube, y'all. Mad people spoke on it. I listened to it. I said, I can't believe this. Why is he asking a 15-year-old boy, would he let a grown man smash? How is he not canceled? It's not women that are not protected. It's really these children who are the children of these women, by the way. But that's a whole nother live stream. But he did that, y'all. He did that. And I heard he responded, and yo, what's that? Trolling? Trolling is just to get out of jail free card? Oh, I was just playing. You don't play like that. You don't play like that. I don't know what era this is, bro. But there's just things you didn't even do when I was a youngster. There's things you ain't play with. That right there is one of them. Nah, I was just goofing around. Y'all call it trolling now. No. You don't play like that. That couldn't have been my son. I'd be raising all kinds of hell. You could look at him and tell he's a lame. You could tell he got bullied in school. He found his niche online, and online you could be anybody you want. but he's still a clown, and it's been revealed that he's a pervert. He is a pervert. And I think he's strong in the broken wrist. And I tell you that the broken wrists, they can identify each other. And I need y'all to follow me on this. And I'm getting back to Oscar, but this is all relevant. I need y'all to follow me on this. Everybody in here that's black. All right? Let me holler at Edgar. I know in New York, I can tell the difference between a Puerto Rican, a Dominican, and a Mexican. But there are some times where I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. But they do. You hear it in the Espanol. They're like, oh no, he's Argentinian. Huh? How do you know? Oh, because, you know, the accent. I can't tell. I can't tell, but they can. Dominican Spanish, Puerto Rican Spanish, Argentinian Spanish, Venezuelan Spanish, Spain Spanish. My boy told me, he said, you know what Spain Spanish is? I said, what? He said, Spain Spanish is the real Spanish. He said, they sound like to me like how when y'all speak English but hear someone from London talk English. That's the real English over there. If we lost the war, we'd be talking like that. But that's the original English. We speak a off-brand of English. And then Jamaicans speak an off-brand of that. And then in the U.S., we got all kinds of different accents. Out here, I can tell now someone like that speaks another language, they'll hear me speak English, and then they'll hear 503. It's an accent. It's different. You can tell who's from Texas, who's from Mississippi, who's from California, who's from New York, who's from Florida. Felix said, keep it G. I couldn't tell what Pacheco was this past week. Bro, I don't know. But here's my point of bringing that up. It's like that in the broken wrist community. They see each other. There's a reason why Saucy Santana went at DJ Academics and said what he said. Because if DJ Academics started crying and beefing, he said he was going to grape me. You know what the Elemental P community would be saying? Why you snitching on your own?
What?
Because DJ Academics is like that. And what he did with this kid on that online while playing that game, that tells you everything that you need to know about him. All you have to do is let them talk. And he's another dude. He's another dude that was trying to tear down the Haneys. And I'm like, what is he talking about? You know, at first I was just like, well, he had some chick rob him of hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I don't want to hear anything he has to say. And then this thing with this little boy came out. I'm like, oh, look at that. Look at that. Don't I always tell y'all? Sometimes you don't have to lift a finger. Just wait. Just wait on it. Steve L. the Mac, my brother. Hen Dog, salute. Brandon, what up? Just wait. These dudes always fall on their own sword. DJ Academics can't say anything about anyone. He still got Saucy Santana problems. Wasn't he not online crying, talking about, I can't say what I want to say because they're going to cut me down? No. The dude threatened to grape you. You should have stood on that. Like, whoa, bro. Grape? He should have been grandstanding. Yo, man, now, if I'd have said that about a chick, Copper, what up? If I'd have said that about a chick, I'd be canceled. No, you should have been marching to cancel Saucy Santana, but you know what? That would be betraying your community. Because I think you get down like that, and you a pervert. You was saying that to a 15-year-old boy, and I'm supposed to listen to you on your 20-minute rant about Devin and Bill? Check the fruit on the tree. Do y'all understand what that means now? Do y'all understand what that means? It could be a big old tree. It looks outstanding. You walk up on it, you're like, yo, why does tree smell like this? Whoa, whoa, whoa. The low-hanging fruit is rotten. Oh, this tree's dead. It just hasn't fallen over yet. But from a distance, it looked good. Like DJ Academics. Millions of followers. Gossiping. People go to him for whatever reason, and then he's playing video games online with 15-year-old boys, and he's flirting with 15-year-old boys, asking the boy, would he let a grown man smash? Really think about that, y'all. Imagine if that was your son. You see what I mean? And these are the people that you get your information from. These are the people that some of you allow to tell you about other athletes or just people in general when they ain't got their ish together. You're listening to a pervert who's disguising himself as a normal person when really he's online flirting with little boys. I'm never letting that go. I'm never letting that go. Now let's get back to Oscar De La Hoya. Eric Jordan, that super chat, much love. He said, good Lord, that's Miguel on another nasty, it's Miguel nasty on another level. Oh my God.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
These are the people that have the biggest megaphone. So now Oscar De La Hoya, everything he's done is out. And he's standing on it. But just because you're out and now you're comfortable and you're standing on it, yeah, you a freaky dude. He a fan. Freaky ass N-word, right? Got it. Now that you know that, let me ask y'all, are y'all interested in anything he has to say? And I'm not talking about the cross-dressing. I don't want to be, just cross-dressing this freaky stuff he's on. That's something else. You just proved that I don't want to be in the same room with you because you a freaky dude. But talking boxing, how much damage to your brain has the drugs done? I always got to consider that. Okay? I got to consider that. You had Canelo Alvarez and he got away from you. Canelo, if you want to say anything good about Canelo, he's a man's man. He don't play none of this. If Canelo was still working with Oscar, wouldn't we be looking at Oscar strange? I mean, looking at Canelo strange, like, yo, bro, what? Huh? What? Anybody working with Oscar directly, I'm looking at them strange. I'm just gonna say it, bro. I mean, like up under him. Everywhere he's walking around, you there. Dealing with Golden Boy from a distance, that's different. Give me a Zoom meeting. I ain't got to meet this. I don't want to be around this dude. Gio James, what up? I don't want to be around this dude. All right, you got to fight over there. I can make $5 million. Okay, yeah. Do the Zoom meeting. I don't need to be around him. I don't need to dap it up with him. Matter of fact, at the Ryan Garcia presser with Devin in New York, I was right there. Matter of fact, when he walked like near me, I walked away. I don't want his aura. I'm an energy person, man. Stay away from me. He looked bugged out. His face was all fat. His head don't match his body no more. What the hell? His face don't look like this anymore, y'all. I was like, why is his face? It's like a marshmallow on top of a toothpick. What's happening here? He looked bugged out. There's no doubt in my mind he still niffs. Y'all, if y'all from the 80s, y'all know what I just said. He still niffs. There's no doubt in my mind. He ain't getting tested for nothing. Ramel, what up? I will fight to the end. I will bleed to the end. And I'll go down on you in the end. Whatever he said. Shelton, my brother, what up? Whatever he said. Oh, he's a Dodonis. I'm like, what the? Do you hear this guy? Now, knowing what we've seen and what we know, public record, you gonna do business with him? Exactly, KG. You can look at his eyes and tell those songs. Yo, he's bugged out, bro. He is bugged out. That's why Canelo's not there. And every time I turn around and talk about Canelo, man, Canelo's probably, I think, the highest paid boxer today, right? You have nothing to say. Canelo ain't got to say nothing to him. Canelo, all he needs to do is look at him and hold this picture up and walk off. Point it, hold it up, point at the other. Do you remember this? End of, and then walk off the stage. Canelo won. Canelo has a splendid career. He had some bumps and bruises, but he had a splendid career. He's going to Hall of Fame. He has hundreds of millions of dollars. What can Oscar say about Canelo? Please tell me. Nothing. The question was rhetorical. He can't say anything. Damon, what up? Coach in the building, what up? He can't say anything. So all this clapping back he's doing, I'd like to see, you know what? I wouldn't like to see the dudes that are watching that like, oh, he's right. Oh, hold on. The pictures that I have here is real. That's who you listen to? Oh, well, you know, I mean, he just, yeah, no. This is unacceptable. This guy has a history of being on narcotics, a history of it. He's been on live television, clearly high. And you see value in anything he says, I'll have none of it. So let me get back to this article. He said he has to stay young for his girlfriend, but he had a wife, which gave him 2 kids. The Puerto Rican young lady, I believe they said her name was Millie, right? I was asking how did his kids feel when their father was exposed to being a Fruit Loop. Well, obviously you don't care. He joked that his girlfriend is fond of Gilberto Ramirez, the handsome light heavyweight contender whose upcoming fight he's promoting. So he got a young chick who has a crush on Gilberto. Shout out to Malik Scott. You hear this? I'm reading this. De La Hoya returned to the subject in question. He says, but I can't comment on it now, he said. What a dark turn this fairy tale has taken. De La Hoya was the golden boy, Historia, the East LA version of the American Dream. Ain't that funny? The East LA version of the American Dream. Enter Devin Haney years later, calls himself the Dream, young black man, rocking the American flag in many of his pictures, and this is how they treat him. But I remember how they treated Oscar De La Hoya. FBAs, pay attention because this conversation is actually full circle. More on that on Pep Talk tonight. FBAs, I hope you're paying attention. Because now a certain demographic is mad at us. Black people, it can happen to you. No, it can't. I'm a citizen. What are you talking about? I've seen a lot of TikTok clips of them talking about, oh, it could happen to you. What are you talking about? Listen, you hopped the fence. You was getting free food vouchers, free everything, free shelter. And what do we have to show for it? Y'all ran up in Colorado and took over a whole goddamn housing complex. Gangs everywhere, prostitution. Now Trump got in office and ICE is having a field day with y'all and y'all turning to us? I didn't see y'all marching when George Floyd was killed, but I'm not gonna mind my business. More on that on Pep Talk. I'm minding my business now. Because there's Mexicans and Venezuelans that are here that did the right thing. They're laughing like, no, I got my green card 8 years ago. I've been here ever since. They're not getting deported. In what universe do you think you can hop the fence, come here, get free food, free shelter? Some of them are good people, but what's making the news? The gangs and shit. Downtown parts of New York was crazy. And now all of a sudden the traffic is good in Chicago. You know why? Because none of y'all are on the road no more. You can't stay here. And we ain't got time to shift through who's good and who's bad. No, you shouldn't have been here. And the topic tonight on Pep Talk is anchor babies. They're killing all of that. And I'm going to talk about the 14th Amendment. Because what also I found is that a lot of these mofos complaining they can't read. And if they can read, they can't comprehend. The 14th Amendment don't apply to certain things. It's not what you think it is. Yeah, Toma, every time he claps back, he has to clap back at Canelo. He has nothing to say to Canelo, man. Canelo's living his best life. There's things I don't agree with, but for the purposes of this show, Canelo's living his best life. Why you always talking about Canelo? He need to keep his name out his mouth. Get out of here. So FBAs, pay attention. I'm reading this article. The East LA version of the American Dream. East LA, from what I remember, was a heavy Mexican neighborhood. That's cool. But I also remember the hoopla about this kid. He was a handsome kid, but he could fight. He was a dog. And Oscar, I ain't got nothing to say about his pro boxing career. I don't. But he was accepted. They told you, when he fought on HBO, the ratings went up. And I was like, why the ratings so high? You know why? Because the girls loved him. Come to find out, he really ain't into girls.
What?
That girl he with today, she looked like an Optimus Prime to me. I need to see the goddamn birth certificate. I don't believe it. I mean, she could be, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Man, I was born in East LA. Man, I was born in East LA. Shout out to Cheech. That was funny as hell. I love that song. And I love that movie. Shout out to Cheech and Chong. Jerry, what up? Slim Hussein in the building. FBAs, pay attention. He was accepted. And look at how America, the same America, it treats Devin crazy, don't it? If Oscar De La Hoya lost, let's say, I don't know, let's say Ike Corte. Nah, F that. That's a bad example. Let's say the Bernard Hopkins fight. Let's say Bernard popped dirty under the same circumstances Ryan did. You think we be talking about Bernard Hopkins today? Now, what if black people were like, well, you know, that didn't stop that body shot, though. A brother like me would be like, nah, man, maybe that body shot wouldn't have landed if he was a second slower and not high off of that whatever drug he got popped on. But that's just me. So let me read here. He was positioned to be the Mexican-American Magic Johnson, a beloved Los Angeles athlete who in retirement became a respected entrepreneur. Wow. Instead, at 49, De La Hoya is a spectacle. He became the subject of another scandal. This is another one, y'all, because there was one before this. Another scandal last week when he was accused of 2 instances of sexual assault in a countersuit filed by a woman against him and his tequila company. Are y'all ingesting anything with his name on it? Are y'all ingesting anything with his name on it? See what I mean? Yeah, Jeremiah, I agree. Cut the check. Cut the damn check. And by the way, those people that hop the fence and get here, a lot of those people don't agree with Black Americans getting reparations. But my tax dollars was getting you a $5,000 check for you to eat, you and your family. And this is what the Dems did. And I'm not a Trump guy. I'm just saying. I know exactly how he got into the White House. I was just watching this thing like, yo, man, okay. I voted for Cornel West. So I did my part. But I said, this guy's going to win by a landslide. It's not even going to be close. And people are going to be screaming and crying. But I already knew what he was going to do. And this right here, I'm cool with. But whatever. More on that tonight. The company, Casa Mexico, filed a civil lawsuit in December against the woman and another former executive, accusing them of breach of fiduciary duty and breach of contract. De La Hoya denied the SA allegations in a statement released by his boxing promotions company. Well, I ain't going to read any further. Just want to let you know that. This is another article. This is from, what year is this? 2023. Oscar De La Hoya on his bout with drugs, alcohol outside of the boxing ring. While the world looked up to him as boxing's golden boy, 11-time champion Oscar De La Hoya's toughest and most detrimental opponent was really himself. At 50 years old, I can finally set myself free by telling my truth, he said in a first on Fox business interview with Cavuto Coast to Coast. It's all glitz and glamour. He can do nothing wrong, and he's making all this money and all these women and this and that. But yet inside, Oscar De La Hoya continued, it's not the lifestyle I want to live. Yet inside, I'm confused on why I'm doing this, who I'm doing it for. This grown man is confused at 50 years old. Jay, what up? 50 years old. This grown man is confused. He's talking about women, but meanwhile, he's dressing in fishnets. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Let's go to another article. I'm running through it. This is in 2020. Oscar De La Hoya accused of essaying a woman twice in 2020. Boxing legend Oscar De La Hoya has been accused of essay in a civil lawsuit filed Wednesday in Los Angeles against him and his tequila brand. Okay, I read about this. Okay, this is okay. As a survivor of this abuse, she wants others to know this behavior is unacceptable, and it doesn't matter who you are. The woman's attorney said, all right, we will seek justice on her behalf. According to the filing, Casa Mexico organized a company in Mexico to visit the brand's distillery in March 2020. The former employee alleges that on the first night there, she awoke to De La Hoya knocking on her hotel room door. When she opened the door, he said she saw De La Hoya with his pants down around his ankles.
What?
And he approached her, kicked the door in, and said to her,
I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before.
and he did just that. No, he didn't say that. Let me get back to the article. This is not funny. She said he did say that. She did say this. Pants was down around his ankles. She claims he forced his way into her room. Oh, he really did do that. And got into her bed. Per the suit, the woman pushed him out of her bed and walked him back to his room. What? Now that part I really read. The other stuff, you know, this part,
I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before.
I was just joking, but as I'm reading, all right, so she pushed him out the bed. Well, how come she didn't run out the room? See, there's always some like fugazi parts. These women's stories, but believe all women. Remember that? And then it says here that it ended with
Bukaki.
right in the face. I'm just kidding. I just made that part up too. My brother Eric Jordan in the Strong House for 17 months. He said the FBA is standing on business, and we sure ain't saving nothing for them folks. Just came here the right way, and there won't be no issues or cry with Miguel. Man, listen, Miguel, tell your auntie to go home.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Not our responsibility. Y'all march. Y'all march. What y'all got going on is none of our business. Y'all march. But march your ass back over that fence, though. Get out. And did you see the presidents of these other countries acting up? Y'all not gonna win. Trump said, yeah, I got something called tariffs. I'm gonna single-handedly F you up. Y'all see that chick, the president of Honduras? Ooh, I'm gonna get her. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez, who's been wearing a wig lately. What's that? What is that? That chick in Honduras said, we're gonna put out the U.S. Military out of our country. Let me get this straight. You don't want to take back the like 50,000 Hondurans that came here illegally. And in retaliation, you want to kick out our military? You're comparing people who fled your country. That means you don't want them back, and you don't want them back. And in retaliation, you're going to kick out our military? Go on and do that. As soon as we leave there, you know what's going to happen to y'all? Like Russia going to run up in there and be like, yo, we run this now. No, you don't. No, we run it now. Get out. Teofimo going to be walking to the damn ring. I hate Usyk. I hate Kovalev. Oh, you're going to be from Brooklyn now, right? Right? Not wanting to take back the 500,000 or however many people left. Not wanting to take them back and comparing those people to the U.S. military on your soil is ridiculous. That is the work of the devil. But that's typical female stuff. That's the type of chick that'll key your car. Because you know what the truth is? The people that ran, you think that they were rich? No. Those are all poor people. And there's only two classes in these other... You leave the United States, there's no middle class. There's rich and there's poor. And they don't like the poor. And she looks very well kept. She looks very well kept. That's why she don't want them back. So Trump is like, nah, you got to take them back. She's like, fine. Main biker salute. She's like, fine, I'm going to kick out the military. Go ahead. I'm tired of U.S. butting their nose in everyone's business anyway. Send the boys home. Let's see how you do by yourself when someone else run up in there. She compared all of those refugees to the U.S. military. And then when they come here, you ask them, then they want to get pardons so then they could vote. FBAs, pay attention. If that ever happened, and the conversation of reparations come about, they can be like, no. Because what a lot of y'all don't know is that they come here and they don't like us anyway. How many times y'all walked into the Korean fruit store just to get a drink or something, and the little 4'11" Korean old lady is running behind you with a cane? You buy now, get out. But you buy now, but get out. What? And you in our community? Man, get out of here. Now imagine some of these cats was running around What is it? O Block in Chicago? What? Throwing up gang signs? Imagine if they got a partner, now they could now vote. The conversation about reparations would be over. Look, we need to get them out so we can get back to business. But that's pep talk tonight. And salute to 88 Sports Talk. He says Oscar has like 6 kids. I heard half of them don't want to come to his house, and the others aren't allowed. But he worried about Bill. He don't even have that problem. And you see, yeah, let's get to that, 88, and thank you for that. Let's get to that. To sum it up, Oscar has a failed household. And he failed it with he was very disciplined in the ring, but he wasn't disciplined in life. You see that with a lot of fighters. How many great fighters have we seen that were never out of shape, that always gave 110% in the ring, but their personal life was all messed up? Mike Tyson, Oscar De La Hoya, a lot of people. Even the GOAT, Muhammad Ali, even his personal life wasn't perfect. But I don't recall him being strung out on drugs and running around with fishnets. No. So this guy's telling Devin to get away from Bill. He refers to Devin's fight with Garcia as a loss. And he got all this funny sound effects. Whoever's doing the production on that, it's pretty damn good. But it's an empty vessel. What's the point in having the gun from Aliens? Remember the guns from Aliens? Remember when you first saw that? Razor, what up? Sean, a salute. Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, the Mayweathers. Snoop, what up, Snoop? I first saw Aliens, the sequel to Alien. I remember first seeing that. You know what caught my eye in that movie? The guns. Made a cool noise, and it was shredding those aliens. Now, what's the point of having that gun when you have no ammunition? If y'all have a favorite gun, what's the point of that gun and you don't have no bullets for it, no magazine? What you have is a glorified paperweight. Oscar De La Hoya is a glorified paperweight with the biggest mouth in the world. He should not be giving advice on managing. You should not be giving family advice. Marcus Wall, salute. Who's listening to this dude? And if you're listening to this dude and you finding not even valuing what he says, because the majority of people, well, I don't know, because I don't watch nothing else. If a content creator is using his clapback to support his opinion about Bill and Dev, you need to check that fruit on the tree. Hannibal, salute. You need to check that. Like, yo, you quoting this guy? Hold on. Why are you quoting this guy? Let me get back to this real quick. All right. Went to go back to his room. The next morning, De La Hoya failed to show up for a scheduled meeting to tour the distillery. The woman claims she went to his room to wake him up and alleges Oscar pulled her into the bed. Now, all right. Now, there's holes with this story. There's holes with this story. Phenomenal Mexican, salute. Eric Jordan back in the super chat. He said Trump using the fury of the ninja sword to whip country's arse. Oh, you already know.
Give power to my nigger sword!
PGH, what up? If he already barged in with his pants and his ankles, why are you going to his room to knock on his door to wake him up in the morning? I just want to point that out. That sounds fishy, but whatever. But let's just read what she says. She went to his room to wake him up and alleges Oscar De La Hoya pulled her into the bed and essayed her. Okay, this is just what she's saying, y'all. Who do you believe? This woman or this Fruit Loop? I'm just saying, shortly after her return to Los Angeles after the trip, the woman says she attended the company party at a restaurant where some people ended up at Oscar De La Hoya's home afterward. When De La Hoya was alone with the woman, she alleges that he revealed and retrieved sexual objects from a stored collection in his house. Who's going to this dude's house? War report, my brother, salute. Per the filing, Oscar De La Hoya, the woman's claims, forcibly inserted the object into her body. I'm going to stop right there. On that article. 2024, they set me up. Oscar De La Hoya reveals disturbing truth behind infamous fishnet lingerie pictures. I'm not even gonna read this. No one set you up. They didn't put you in that. You jumped in that. You like that, bro. But this is my favorite one, y'all. And salute to our brother Jake Donovan, friend to the Stronghouse. He's the only boxing journalist that I will read and listen and not question. Black Hitler, Boxing and the Anti-PBC Effect. That's an article. That's an article that he wrote, and it was on Boxing Scene back in 2017. As is opposed to be the case with anything related to the Premier Boxing Championship movement. Big news that came out of Brooklyn, New York on Wednesday, January 18th, was supposed to be all about boxers involved in said announcement. Instead, the press conference held to reveal the long-awaited showdown between unbeaten welterweights Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia ultimately gave way to the profanity-laced, racist, and homophobic rants of a hot-headed trainer who can't seem to get out of the way of the microphone of his own public ego. Angel Garcia. This is around the time when Angel put his foot in his mouth. That's why he stopped talking. Y'all remember that? Angel Garcia's maniacal rant has been rightly vilified by the boxing media, with every major outlet calling for the immediate removal of the Philadelphia-based trainer from the forthcoming March event at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Y'all all remember this. Okay. Let me scroll down here. On this occasion, the media did its job calling attention to the despicable act because the event was streamed live. In addition to updates coming from reports on site, you'd like to believe that the details of the occurrence would have been documented regardless of the offending party. Unfortunately, history in particular, the past couple of years. Hold on, my phone jumped. I'm sorry. Okay. Last couple of years up to and including present time suggests otherwise. Conveniently lost in the shuffle over the past couple of weeks is the latest development in the ongoing $300 million lawsuit filed by Golden Boy Promotions against Heyman and his enterprise in 2015. The matter is due to the trial beginning March 14th at the U.S. District Court of the Central District of California. In the previous months and years, developments as they occurred have been immediately reported by various outlets. The main motivation, perhaps, was the fact that it was seen as a means to get full disclosure on the matters Heyman by a large and extremely private person, who almost never speaks to the press. Now, to bring y'all up to speed, for those of you that don't know or have short-term memory, y'all remember when they were trying to sue Al Heyman for the Muhammad Ali Act? It was Bob Arum, it was Oscar De La Hoya. Y'all remember when Heyman was the bad guy? Y'all remember that when we was out here protecting Al? Remember that? the attack on Al, a lot of it was because he was black. You got Bob Arum, who admitted to fixing fights, and they have the no black fighter board in their room, and the FBI invaded their offices once upon a time. So, you know, he who lives in a glass house should not cast stones. You got that going on. You got Oscar jumping on that lawsuit, right? But the pipe bomb was this. To date, the only journalist to fully expose the matter was some guy named BloodyElbow.com. Analytics and the business writer Paul Gift, aptly surnamed, giving his extraordinary knack for bringing you inside a courtroom or a business meeting through the words. His January 13th investigative report exposed the efforts made by Golden Boy Promotions to have excluded from the case a chain of 15 emails exchanged between veteran publicist Ramiro Gonzalez and boxing writer Ezequiel Valdez, the bulk of which discusses the latter's articles and Heyman's movements in the industry, as well as how to rally more English-speaking websites. They named some sites for the cause. And no fewer than 2 replies refer to Heyman as Black Hitler. And another where, upon reviewing a story link submitted by Gonzalez, insists that his own article goes deeper into what that ninja, referring to Heyman, was doing. So they referred to him as Black Hitler and as a nigga. Smoke and talk, my brother, salute. Let me say it one more time. They refer to Al Heyman as Black Hitler, and they refer to him as a nigga. Do y'all remember all of this? Do y'all remember all of this? Let that marinate. Let that marinate. And salute to Jay Johnson in that Cash App. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Black Hitler. They refer to him as a nigga. Okay? When Fred Hawthorne, Barbershop's Conversation, I know a lot of y'all got a problem with him or whatever, but this is a true story. And a lot of y'all say, man, why is Fred so mad at the PBC or Al Heyman? Nope. When Fred sees something wrong, he calls it out. He don't care who you are. And like I said, a bulk of us stood in the pocket for Al Heyman. I didn't let anyone talk about Al Heyman crazy because I know where it came from. It came from a position of race. Because at that point, he was doing something special. Know what I mean? He was doing something special. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Send the link out to my brother 503. You jump on real quick. There you go. All right. I sent it 503. Just hop on. So I want you guys to understand. When Fred said what he said about Al Heyman, don't act like it came out of nowhere. He's not hating. Egalitarian says Kenny Porter smacked Fred. Yeah, they had altercation, but I don't know what that has to do with what I'm talking about here, brother. What does that have to do with what we're talking about here? I need you to stay on code here. If you have a code, I need you to stay on point. I don't know what that has to do with anything that we're talking about. We're not going to talk about we're not talking about division right here, brother. We're talking about how we need to stay on topic here. So let me get back to what I'm saying before I pass it to my brother 503. When Fred went to that press conference, I don't know if it was for the Garcia or Thurman, I forget. I'll ask him. But he was the only person that called in a question about those racist emails. And you know what they did? They escorted him out and took his credential. And that's when he started his YouTube channel. He said, why do I need a credential? I don't need these guys. But nobody wants to talk about those emails. And you notice how the discussion about those emails went away. Fred also walked up on, I think, one of these dudes. I forgot their name. One of the dudes that I mentioned, he walked up on him at a Lowe's in California and asked him about those emails. He was doing it because it was the right thing to do. And he did it by himself. He did it by himself. He didn't need no one to pay him to ask these damn questions. He did it because it was the right thing to do. And what did the PBC do? Nothing. Gerard Harlem in the building. Shamar, what up? They didn't do nothing. They want to just act like nothing happened. And you see what happens when you act like nothing happened? You give daylight to guys like Oscar De La Hoya, who can essay women, get all kinds of drugs in his system, and years later, now he's telling Devin he needs to get away from Bill, and he's tearing down an entire black family, verbally. Those racist emails was real, and it went away. And this is the right atmosphere for me to be throwing this at you, because it's the way of the world. Now you got a bunch of people in this country from different countries screaming and hollering about Donald Trump. But y'all don't care about the black struggle and what we deal with here. They want to add to what's being done to us. They want to add to it. They don't care. They care about their own self-preservation. To ignore that is just like ignoring what Oscar's trying to do to tear down his black family. So if you check the fruit on the tree, all these people bitching and moaning and screaming, we need to stay. We can't go back to our country. That's your country. They got to deal with you. That's your country. And your country's showing their ass. We don't send them back here. Don't even land a plane over here. If you do that, then we're going to kick your military out. Fine. Fine. Get out of here. They're going back. You cats want to stay here with eat up all our resources? I pay taxes. Why am I paying for you? For what? I don't work for you. Now I want to point something out. I'm pointing out something imperative and things that we need to focus on, stay laser focused on. You can't just like you can't let these foreigners try and come here and shame us for telling them that they're doing the wrong thing and go back to where you came from because you don't deserve to be here because you came here illegally. There's a process to get here, and all we're saying is follow the process. You can't just hop a fence and eat up our resources and your criminals are here and everything. In this instance, De La Hoya is the criminal. Yeah, exactly, Shawa. They're saying we're lazy. Take your ass back to where you came from. Get out. We ain't gonna let them talk crazy like I'm not gonna let Oscar De La Hoya with his drug addicted, cross-dressing behind talk crazy about a black family. It don't go like that. What'd you say, Stephen? As they say, they call it Juan Crow. They can leave. Get out. MAGA, how about that? Get out. And I'm not a Trump guy, but this I rock with. Get out. You get in the way of my reparations discussion. Get out. I don't care where you from. You ain't here. You ain't gonna shame me. I ain't gonna let Oscar shame a black family. Not with your reputation. My brother 503 in the building. Salute.
Top of the top, man. Can you hear me, bro?
Loud and clear, brother. What you got for me?
Man, I want to say thank you, brother, for giving us your platform, man, to run the promo, man, for the Usual Suspect 6 on Find a Boxer. Let's just start there. We got a lot of good, we got a lot of fun things, creative things, inventive things that we trying to present to the people. And you giving us the platform to do that, man. I highly appreciate you, bro. And words can't explain it. You know what I'm saying?
Family affair. It's all good.
Yeah. But let's get to the discussion at hand. And I appreciate you for letting me come up here and cook with you too, real quick. I know you gotta slide, but I've been listening to you the whole ride when I was driving, and you really broke this thing down surgically, man. Like from the top to the bottom. And a lot of people gotta understand, Oscar De La Hoya is really coming from a place of hatred and vengeance, right? Because when you identify what Oscar De La Hoya is, and you've been breaking it down to the people, you know what I'm saying, with the articles and everything. So if you really pay attention to his career, like I don't know, because I'm real big on like stories and documentaries, right? So I went back and I watched the Golden Boy documentary. They just put it out on HBO Max. They got a documentary out on it. But Oscar does not have that relationship with his father like a Devin Haney and a Bill Haney has.
Wow.
He wasn't as close with his father. It was a whole bunch of back and forth beef between him and his father. And his mother passed away at the beginning stages of his career. So when he's speaking on the black family, the black father, it kind of comes off as jealousy, as envy.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why no matter what the facts are in the situation with Devin Haney and Ryan, he does not acknowledge the fact that Ryan Garcia cheated. And he's really, truth be told, he's really being forced into this fight with Devin Haney again because of Big Turk.
Right.
And another reason why they do not like Devin Haney and Bill Haney is because DHP is anti-program. They're not following the same script of the typical boxer. So, for example, right, we're talking about De La Hoya. So, De La Hoya, when De La Hoya came into the game, De La Hoya was one of the best American Latino Mexican boxers, right? But what did De La Hoya have to go through? He had to go through Bob Arum, and we know that Bob Arum in the '90s was a mofo.
That's right.
Right? He had to go through Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? He had to deal with Bob Arum. He had to deal with Don King. He had to deal with all these different promoters, and he had to get screwed. He had to get messed over. Top Rank made millions of dollars off of De La Hoya and Golden Boy, the Golden Boy, right? Bob, I'm gonna be real, bro. Bob Arum really created that whole Golden Boy persona for De La Hoya, and he exploited it. Bill and DHP and Devin, they're not being exploited by promoters. So De La Hoya does not like that. De La Hoya cannot rob and exploit a DHP like how he did a Canelo, like how he's doing Ryan Garcia. Because if you remember, Ryan even had to go back to the table and restructure his deal with De La Hoya.
Right.
Before all this stuff even started happening, before he got the Tank fight, before he got the Devin fight, he had to go back and restructure his contract.
Sure
but
did.
See, they don't like to speak of these things. And Bill and Devin, they have their business in order to where, I'm gonna just be real, a promoter in today's boxing really is the middleman. De La Hoya is the middleman. He's not funding he's not funding these networks. He's not funding these big contracts and purses. He's just a middleman. He's going to the zone. He's going to HBO and getting the money, then giving the fighters what he want to give the fighters.
Talk to him.
That's why you see a Canelo Alvarez not in business with Golden Boy anymore. Keep in mind, everybody loves to say, oh, well, Oscar De La Hoya built up Canelo. He did all this for Canelo. No, he didn't.
No, he did not.
Canelo was with All-Star Promotions already. De La Hoya came in and stole Canelo from them. That's why that promotional company sued Golden Boy and Canelo, and guess what? They won and they got paid.
Yep.
And another thing that people like to say, oh, Golden Boy made Canelo a star. No, he didn't. You want to know who made Canelo a star? Floyd Mayweather made Canelo a star.
Pass the torch right to him.
That's who gave Canelo the superstardom. It was Floyd. It wasn't Oscar. Bro, if people don't remember this, bro, let's just give them a ride down memory lane. Oscar De La Hoya wasn't even at the fight. Drew?
Uh-oh, say that again, because I don't think they heard you. Where was he? He wasn't at the fight, but where was he?
He was in rehab.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
On the night of the most important fight of his fighter's career, he wasn't even there. He was at rehab, y'all.
Was not there. Did not help the kid. Did not give him any advice. Did not do any of that. Was not there in his corner to cheer him on, to guide him and tell him what to do. Wasn't in the training camp with him. He was not there, bro.
Oscar De La Hater. That's what he is. Oscar De La Hater.
Right. So all that matters. And another thing, and you was kind of alluding to it, the PBC. The PBC was created from a Golden Boy fumble. Al Heyman got into business with Richard Schaefer, who was a CEO, a partner in Golden Boy.
Golden Boy, yep, sure was.
Schaefer got with Heyman because Oscar De La Hoya was mismanaging the fighter. You want to know why? Because, like Drew been saying the whole time of the show, Oscar De La Hoya was SAing women.
Yep.
He was doing drugs. He was putting on fishnets. He was doing all these things and not properly managing these fighters. So that gave Al Heyman and Schaefer an avenue to take the fighters and create the PBC. So that's why you have a Tank Davis that y'all love so much. That's why you have a Deontay Wilder, a Earl Spence, a Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. All these guys are a product of Golden Boy. Now
they forgot Deontay was over there. They forgot.
Right. So if Oscar De La Hoya was really on his business and he was really a Golden Boy promoter, like how his boxing career went, because the boxing career and the promoter career is totally two different things. He's a horrible promoter. Horrible. But if he was such a good promoter, bro, he would have, still to this day, he would still have all of the guys that went to the PBC. He would have a Tank Davis. He would have had a Deontay Wilder in the heavyweight division. He would have had an Earl Spence Jr.
Yeah.
He would have had and be able to keep a Canelo that didn't go to the PBC, but he went to the PBC after he left Golden Boy. So what does that tell you?
So he had maybe about 5 or 6 names we could fire off that came through there, but somehow his business wasn't in order to the point where he can keep them. Charlos came through there, if I'm not mistaken. Deontay was over there. Was King Kong Ortiz over there for a second?
Yes. King Kong Ortiz was one of the last guys that stayed with Golden Boy. And people. That's why I say, Drew, you're an OG in this shit. You've been around for a long time, so you know these facts, bro. I don't know if people remember, but HBO Boxing.
Yeah.
Ortiz was on HBO Boxing trying to get he was trying to get the Klitschko fight. He was trying to get the Anthony Joshua fight. Golden Boy was promoting him during that time.
Yeah. Brian Jennings got the Klitschko fight. That was nasty work, bro.
They could never get Luis King Kong Ortiz any big fights, bro. King Kong Ortiz had to leave Golden Boy and go to the PBC. You want to know who blessed King Kong Ortiz game? It was Wilder.
Yep.
It was Wilder. But see, they don't like to talk about the facts, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't remember those days, but we was here. We was right here on YouTube. I remember it vividly, man.
Yep. I do remember that. Let me read this super chat real quick, man. You cooking, brother. Now the 86 says, salute Drew and 503 Lion. And as always, salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to everybody in the chat. Hashtag LDBC for life. Hashtag F the haters. Hashtag stay supporting, man. Salute to you, good brother. Always supporting. Let me play this for you. My brother Jay Bean just sent this to me on the gram. Let me play. Let me put this close to the mic. Hey.
But should Canelo be fighting Chavez? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's so crazy. When we talk about loyalty in the sport of boxing, when we talk about loyalty, when you look at Canelo, then Steven Espinosa and the Showtime team let this, and myself, we helped build this guy up. He was fighting on my undercard. He was the co-main. We helped build this guy up. And you know what Oscar De La Hoya do? You know what Mr. Loyal Oscar De La Hoya do? I'm sorry, Mr. Disloyal Oscar De La Hoya do? He take him right over to HBO and cut a deal with HBO. And when he cut the deal, he got money, but I bet Canelo didn't see none.
Ooh.
But these are the things that people don't know about in the sport of boxing. Because Al Heyman was a smart, shrewd businessman. They want to sue him because he was smart. But should Canelo?
Yeah, man. Bro.
Point proven. Point proven. That just proves my point. Oscar did not build up no goddamn Canelo. It was Floyd. He rode the coattail of Floyd for years, at least 2-3 years. Fought on all the man undercards, and then he got the fight. And what Oscar De La Hoya do? Run over to HBO. Don't cut Canelo in on the deal. And then Drew, this just happened recently. When they first went to the zone, Canelo got that. Allegedly, Canelo got all that money. How do you think he got that money? Because Oscar De La Hoya went over there and played middleman, and he cut Canelo out the deal. That's why Canelo don't fuck with him like that, because he got all his money off Canelo, and Canelo didn't get his fair share.
Bro, he tried to Peter Khan. Peter Khan tried to do a Oscar De La Hoya move. Y'all remember when Peter Khan called Bill and said, yo, what's up? Right after the Regis Prograis dismantling. He said, yo, what's up with you and Super Del Matias? And Bill said, let's do it. And Super Del Matias' team was like, we don't know what the hell you're talking about. He's not with us. Or something to that effect. I had people in my DMs, oh, Bill lied again. He wasn't talking to their team. And we find out that nigga called Bill. That he called Bill. So it was like, yo, asked my brother Cano Loco, who knows Super Del's team. I said, why would he call him in reference to Super Del's business? And Cano was like, I don't know. He has nothing to do with him. They're pissed off about that. He tried to play middleman. Okay, I'm creating a real estate agent. All a real estate agent does is create a meeting of the minds. You want this house? Okay, I'm gonna bring it to the person selling the house. Y'all make a deal. Could you cut me a check because I'm the one that brought y'all together? That's all a real estate agent is. He tried to play real estate agent, and that's what Oscar did with HBO and Canelo. He brought him over there. Canelo got league minimum. Who got the biggest check out of that deal? Oscar did. So when Canelo came to his own, he don't even deal with the guy. And that's why every time he does a clapback, from what I've heard, why is he always bringing Canelo's name up? Now, this guy's fumbled Canelo. He's had him. He had Exactly, War Report. He had King Kong Ortiz when he had the blonde dye in his hair. He had the Charlos. He had Deontay. How do you fumble that roster? How do you fumble it? But he did. You know why? Because he was too busy shoving objects inside women. That's what he was doing. And snorting up all the coke in the state that he was in. That's what he was doing. Where's the lie? How do you fumble all of that? So I asked y'all, all this clapping back he's doing, are you interested in anything that this guy has to say? Anything coming out of his mouth with this clapback Thursdays, it should be just for comical purposes, because I don't see any value in it. For him to say that Devin needs to ditch Bill, check the fruit on the tree. This is his track record. I'm not lying on the guy. I asked y'all at the top of the show, would you trust your fighter in his care? And up the ante, if that fighter was your son, would you trust doing business with this man? I wouldn't be safe entering the room with one of my grown buddies. And while we're sitting down, I'm like, yo, hold on, I'm gonna go run in the restroom. I wouldn't be safe leaving my boy there. I come back, his hair be all linked over, like, yo, I have to fight for my life. This nigga jumped on me. Evil, diabolical, Satan's work. Ridiculous. Oh yeah, War Report. We talked about whackademics earlier. That dude's a goddamn perv. That dude's a whole perv. And all these people are attacking the black man for having a successful son, and he had a say in it.
Hey, Drew. Let me say this too, man, because you brought up a good point. To all these dudes that's on the internet, right? Y'all got y'all own agendas, y'all own priorities and prerogatives, bro. But if you are constantly dissing Bill Haney and Devin Haney, and it's not boxing related, and you like running a whole campaign to diss these dudes, and none of these videos is boxing related, man. A lot of these dudes have daddy issues, man.
Yes.
A lot of these dudes have that. So all these dudes that are constantly dissing Bill and Devin Haney, bro, if you don't like Devin Haney because he doesn't have knockout power, or he isn't your cup of tea, or whatever the case may be, that's cool, man. But when you start attacking the character, the morale of what these guys have done in boxing, I mean, I gotta really question your integrity as a man. Forget a YouTube channel. I gotta question your integrity as a man, because I look at a dude like King Richard, who they made the movie about with Venus and Serena's father, right? Put his girls in tennis and trained them up, and wouldn't let them get messed over in tennis, right? Look at Michael Jordan's mom. They did the movie about how she negotiated Jordan's first Nike deal, where he got a percentage off each shoe he sold. When I'm looking at these black families doing great things and helping their children in this cruel, mean world that we live in, man, you have to acknowledge that, and you have to give people like Jordan's mom and the Williams sisters' father, you got to give them people their credit. You got to give Bill Haney his credit for what he's doing out here. He's not letting his son fall victim to the corruption in sports. There's nothing wrong with that.
Which is what they want him to do. They want another failed story. They like seeing Floyd Mayweather Sr. and Jr. at each other's throats. But then when he mouthed off to his father, I forgot what fight that was leading up to, when Floyd said, I ain't no junior either. They like that stuff, because everyone jumped in Floyd's shit. Oh, why would you disrespect your father? Now, let me point this out. All of this, why would you disrespect your father, and Floyd was wrong, and all this other stuff. All right, fine. I wouldn't talk to my dad that way, especially on camera. But Floyd Mayweather Sr. wasn't a prince of a person either. He told the story Floyd told the story about how a drug deal went bad and Floyd Sr. had to run while holding Floyd Jr. and dude shot at him. What up, Mark? Shot at him. And the bullet went in him, but it missed Floyd Jr. Floyd Jr. tells a story about how he watched Floyd Sr. sell his mother drugs. He saw that. So obviously they did some therapy. You need to go through that whole family. It never happened to my knowledge. But that's the alternative. They like that stuff. You don't see that with Bill and Del. Every time you see Bill, you see Dev and vice versa. They don't like that.
Right. That's absolutely
they like
right,
the
man.
Floyd stories. They like hearing about Roy Jones, how he was so mad at his pops that he wanted to kill him. They like that. They like the dysfunction. But when you see Bill and Dev, you see black excellence. You damn right you see black excellence. You see wide noses. That wide nose comes from a lineage of kings from that continent of Africa. Something that you can't stand. Nappy hair is superior genetics. Anything that's not nappy is recessive. Look it up. We are kings. So when I see a cross-dressing fool with a drug problem, with a high sex drive, that's allegedly violated women, telling a black king that he needs to be away from his other black king, I take offense to that. I take offense to that. Not from them. Get the fruit on the tree. He is not to be talking. He should be silent.
Yeah, man, listen, man. Oscar De La Hoya just mad because he got outplayed and he got outmaneuvered once again. This is a repeated history is repeating itself with him. He's been outplayed and outmaneuvered his whole career. It started when the Golden Boy was created. He got screwed over by Bob Arum.
You sure did.
It's the same thing is happening right now in modern day boxing. He's getting outplayed and outmaneuvered. Bill Haney and Devin Haney outmaneuver him. They're playing chess like true kings. Not only is he being forced into another fight with the Haneys, but they're also are getting paid and compensated for everything that was done to Devin Haney in the Ryan fight.
Yep.
And they don't like that. And guess what? Bill didn't have to go through Oscar De La Hoya to get this done. He went straight to the source. Straight to the source. Right?
Yep.
They do not like they do not like anti-business, bro. Devin Haney and Bill Haney is anti-system. They're not for the system. They're creating their own system. And if any of these content creators and people in this internet space don't like that, man, I have to question you and your integrity as a man. Why would you want to continue to get messed over and played by the system? Why?
That's right.
Why not be a trendsetter? Why not be a true leader in what you're doing? And the Haneys is displaying that. You know what I'm saying? They are displaying. I don't care about Devin Haney being on the undercard or being a co-main in Ryan. Who cares, bro?
Well, if they want to be petty, and shout out to BF because he would know. He's a co-main, but he's the highest paid on the card. So if we want to be petty, let's be all the way petty. It don't matter. He's still getting a bigger check. And more on Ryan this week. Because this clown, he's supposed to be fighting Devin next, but he said he wanted a tune-up. Meanwhile, both men been out the ring for the exact amount of time. So getting a tune-up means what? He wants to fight Pitbull Cruz. I don't know how tuning up with Pitbull Cruz prepares you for Devin. I don't know how that works, but whatever. Then as soon as Pitbull not only says you don't beat Devin off drugs, but he says I want you to get tested before you fight me. Now all of a sudden he's fighting Rolly. Rolly don't even get you ready for Devin. So what are we talking about here? But these are the things. These are the things you guys support. And you're not supporters of the sport. You are fanatics about a fighter, and you're on the bandwagon of hate about another fighter. A lot of you guys don't even watch boxing, but your introduction to boxing is hating on Bill and Dev. And what you're doing is hating on a legacy. You're hating on a trendsetter. And you don't know any better because you're a buffoon. You're a buffoon. And if you listen to a dope fiend, and Erico has it right, you listen to a dope fiend like Oscar De La Fishnets, then this channel's not for you. But go ahead, 503.
Man, listen, man. These dudes are almighty apes.
Yep.
Almighty apes. A drunken ape. Drunk with envy, drunk with hatred when you see black excellence.
Yep.
We've been going through this, man, for years, man. In the LDBC, on the internet, social media. It's an ongoing thing with guys. First of all, they're eating off our brand. They're eating off our image and likeness, because if Drew Titan is a force in the boxing community, you're gonna have somebody that's gonna be anti-Drew. They're gonna be anti-LDBC, and they're gonna use that hate to gain followers and monetize the hate. Just how you see dudes doing the same thing with Bill and Dale. Now, again, if you don't like Devin Haney's boxing style, that's one thing. But if you don't like what Devin Haney and Bill Haney are doing for boxing now and for the future of boxing, you have a serious problem. You have a very serious problem. You don't gotta listen to me. You don't gotta like me. You don't gotta like Drew. You don't gotta like none of us. But the fact that these guys are going straight to the source and making great business moves without a promoter, without a middleman, shows you the intelligence in these black teams. The savviness in Bill Haney, the savviness in Dale. That's what they're doing. So 10 years from now, when you have another father-son duo or even a daughter-father duo that come in boxing and follow that same blueprint, it's creating more legacy for our people. That's
right.
What it's doing. But you guys don't like that because you're apes. And the ape does what his master tells him to do. That's what y'all guys are. A boxing opinion is one thing, but when you constantly, every day you get on YouTube and on the internet and you write love letters to these fighters and you attack the integrity and the characteristics of a man setting up legacy for his family, a black man, mind you.
Yep.
You attacking that every day. You have daddy issues, bro, and you're a fucking you're ape, man. You're ape, bro. You're almighty ape, and you cool with fighters that look like you and come from where you come from, falling into this hole of, shall I say, below average business dealings. I mean, bro, how many more times do we got to see a person with a skill level and the boxing of a Mike Tyson get screwed over? How many more times do we got to see that? How many more times do we got to see somebody like an Oscar De La Hoya who got all these skills get messed over?
It's become common.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, how many more times do we got to see these dudes get messed? I don't want to see Devin Haney fighting until he's 50 years old. I don't want to see a guy like Holyfield who beat Tyson having to fight till he's 50. I don't want to see that, man. Y'all don't think that's a...
It's all common now, bro. It's all common. If a boxer's story doesn't end in tragedy, it's weird to the public. A boxer story ending him being broke or retarded talking, that's what we're used to seeing. And if it don't end like that, or you see a fighter working towards it, depending on who it is, because they ain't got no problem with Canelo ducking Benavidez and whoever else is contemporary to date. They ain't got a problem with that. But Devin is out here literally trying to fight his contemporaries, and I'm going to keep it a buck. His contemporaries can beat him, but he's trying to get it done. And what do? They tear him down. They want him to have a bad, tragic ending, but they ain't got no problem with Canelo running around with $500 million in a bank account and not fighting his contemporaries. They have no problem with that shit. You see what I mean?
I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. And even a guy like Floyd, and I have my issues with Floyd Mayweather, but I want to see more dudes be able to be more in control of their careers, be able to monetize everything that they have done for the sport of boxing in and outside of the ring. Now, Floyd, yes, he is a messed up individual, but Floyd did great business. I want to see more guys be like that. I want to see more guys in control of what they do. I don't want to see dudes, no disrespect, and this is the greatest fighter of all time. I don't want to see dudes end up like Ali, having to fight for almost 4 decades and not being able to enjoy all of the work they put in. I don't want to see that, bro. I don't even want to see Tank Davis do that. I don't want to see none of these dudes do that, Drew.
Tank already talking funny, bro. A lot of that ain't because he uneducated. That's from all that shit in the gym. I'm telling y'all. He talk like that because people have gone upside his head in the gym, bro. I'm telling you. And I know I say a lot about Tank. I just put a video up on Patreon. But at no point did I wish hell on all of these fighters. There's only 3 that I wish hell on. There's only 3. But the rest of these guys, I want them to walk away from the game when they're ready, with millions of dollars in their bank, and they ain't got to worry about it no more. This is a thankless sport, and the fans are even more thankless. This is crazy stuff. But my whole point is, when you throw a Oscar De La Hoya in the mix, stop listening to this guy. Check the fruit on the tree. Imagine a guy giving you all of this information and this sound good, and then you do the research on him, and he got a criminal record up the wazoo. I mean, for any and everything, from petty theft to grand larceny to grape. And it's like, this is a horrible person. But you gonna listen to what he says? No. Miss me with it.
Man, like you said earlier, big bro. The only thing that makes them videos look halfway decent is not because Oscar is talking. It's because whoever is the editor of them videos,
right?
He or she is doing a hell of a job.
The production is good.
That's the only thing that makes them videos get my attention.
You know what it's like, bro? The production's good, but he ain't saying nothing. It's like you hear the wackest MC in the world, but the track he's rhyming over is so crazy.
Absolutely. And I don't know if y'all paid attention to this, but he did a video a couple of weeks ago. I think this was like in December or November. Well, he tried to get personal. He started taking digs at Eddie Hearn and what Eddie Hearn is doing, quote unquote. He's trying to throw some dirt on Eddie Hearn's name with the boxer Scott Nicholson, the female.
Yeah. Right?
Somehow, some way, he stopped doing the videos. He stopped doing the videos for a while, and magically that video disappeared off the internet.
Oh, it's gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
Somebody had their lawyer contacted.
Right. So he has to talk about Bill and Devin Haney. He has to do those things because that is what keeps him relevant. Because if it was up to Oscar, and this is what people got to realize, if it was up to him, bro, Devin Haney and Bill Haney would not be on Rider Season. They would not be on DAZN. They would not be fighting Ramirez and then fighting Ryan. None of this would be happening. So he really does not want these things to happen. That's why he's so mad. He don't want to see Devin Haney beating up on his fighters. He don't want to see that. Bro, once again, history is repeating itself. Because the same thing that Devin Haney is attempting to do, bro, Floyd Mayweather already did it. Floyd Mayweather beat all of the Golden Boy fighters. All of them.
Sure did.
He don't want to go through this again. And it's only going to get worse because if the PBC comes along with Turk, you still got the zone, and you have Top Rank supposedly going over there as well, bro. You want to know who's going to be the low-hanging fruit, Drew? It's going to be him.
Yep. Boy, it's easy when you just look at it for what it is. And this is why our channels are not for the fanatics. I'll just say this. I'm not even gonna to be called a fanatic is something you shouldn't aspire to be anyway. But if I deem you as a fanatic, that means, this ain't the place for you. I'm discussing things from a place of logic. I do a lot of clowning over here, but you know when I'm clowning. But this ain't the place for you. You understand? If you're a fanatic and you unconditionally hate the Haneys, then go somewhere where you can hear something where someone sounds smart. Go to that guy, what's that guy? Who's that crazy dude from Chicago? That guy. Go over there. Where he's always cursing and screaming and talking about raping kids. Swear to God he said that. Now when I say check the fruit on the tree, he was on Fred's show a couple of years ago and said, you see that room back there? I got the LDBC's daughters in there performing some sexual act. He said that, y'all. He said that. And y'all go over there. Y'all go right over there and y'all miss that. Y'all missed that about it. And I'm telling you, he said that. Fred remembers, but the fact that he said that, he had to take it off. He took the live down, bro. You can't say that because he said it on his show, bro. That was about 2 years ago, bro. He started calling Fred a snitch. He's like, yeah, you with those LDBC guys. He says, I'm not LDBC, but, I rock with them. Oh, yeah, you seem like the kind of snitch. Yo, you see that room back there? That room, and he pointed at some white door, wherever he was. He said, I got their daughters back there. Their daughters back there? Yeah. I'm like, what is this? And what the hell did we do to him? What the hell was that? That was crazy. But that's who cats listen to. They see comfort in his insanity. You gotta watch these guys. There's a lot of stuff about these guys you follow. Just watch. It'll come out. That thing with Ego, that love letter, do y'all know how creepy that is? And I said, whoa, why is he? And I read it here. I'm like, what is this? Why is he talking about Tank's hair and what he wears? Do y'all know? Can I point something out to y'all? Because there's something that I know y'all listened to it and y'all laughed, but y'all missed it. But don't worry, I'm here. I'm reading it right now. Listen. All right? I need y'all to pay attention. Up here, okay, don't want to be brothers, buddy, or friends with anyone around his weight class. That's a lie because his next fight coming up, I see a lot of his fans saying he wants to break bread with his brother from the DMV. That's what he said. There's something I want to point out. He says, trendsetter, chrome hearts, braids, leg tats. He went to the leg tats, y'all. Etc. Got his own style, right? And then right after that, the next bullet point was exciting to watch. You know what my problem is with that? Right before that, before the trendsetter comment, he says, knockout artists, he will put you on a poster. Then he starts talking about leg tats, and then he says, exciting to watch. Isn't exciting to watch the same thing as being a knockout artist and put you on a poster? Did he have to put exciting to watch? Yes, he did. You know why? Because in his mind, it's two different things. When I tell you these guys are they're closeted men, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Knockout artists, he will put you on a poster that is exciting to watch. Why did he put emphasis on being exciting to watch after he let you know about the braids and the leg tats? Did y'all catch that?
You want to know why he said that? Because Tank has appeal to him.
To him, exactly.
To him.
One comment was boxing 503, and then the next one was more of a personal piece of eye candy he was referring to. This guy just told you who he was, brothers. And I don't know if that went over your head. But I picked that up immediately. I said, he just said he's a knockout artist. Then he's talking about leg tats and braids in the hair. And then he says, in a bullet point by itself, exciting to watch. What? You just said he was exciting to watch by knockout. Oh, wait a minute. That's like saying Beyonce is a great performer on stage, and I love her hair, right? And then I say exciting to watch. What do you think I'm talking about with that next comment, exciting to watch? Because Beyonce has other qualities that, as a man, is fun for me to watch.
Right. Just like you know what's exciting for me to watch? Nicki Minaj rapping on stage.
There you go. And I don't know, I can't name one Nicki Minaj song, but I remember her bouncing around on stage half dressed. So when he says knockout artist, right? I said, okay, he is. Then he starts talking about chrome and hair braids and leg tattoos. I'm like, leg tattoos? Not the chest tattoos, not the Baltimore tattoo on his back, but leg tattoos. And then the very next bullet point, he says, exciting to watch. Tank makes him excited. That's what he was telling y'all. Check the fruit on the tree. All you got to do is listen. These guys tell you who they are. Just like DJ Wackademics.
You know what he want? He want Tank to do a backflip off that turnbuckle on him with them leg tattoos and that hair.
That's what he want.
He wants Tank to come do a backflip on him. That's what he wants.
And with that comment, I can't take him serious as anything in boxing, because now I don't know how he's coming. Pause. Now I don't know if he's talking about a fighter because that's what they do, or he has a strange weirdo attraction to them. You see how that works? But these are the people y'all follow. Y'all go ahead and follow them. I make reference to this all the time. When I was a kid, I better not say anything bad about New Edition. I better not say anything bad about I'll Be Sure, because these girls be ready to throw hands. Don't be talking about my baby. These are these boxing content creators. And when you listen to a guy like Oscar De La Hoya, if you seek comfort and you seek value in what this guy's saying because of who he is, then that tells me everything I need to know about you as a supporter of the sport. You're a fanatic, and you're a hater, and you're a weirdo. With that being said, 503, let them know they can find you, good brother.
Yes, sir. I didn't put my link in the chat because I'm on my phone. I didn't want to exit out the StreamYard app, but y'all can find me right here on YouTube, man. 503 Line, man. Hard Hitter Sports and Entertainment. We growing the channel. We trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. We like 300 away, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you type in 503 Line, man. It'll pull right up. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter, man. H-time.hardhitter on Instagram. 503 Line on Twitter. And y'all also follow the Smoke City Mobcast as well. That's on YouTube.
Yeah. Hell yeah, we need to start doing super panels on that and bring that back. I missed that. You see what the brother Hen Dog says? He says Deontay is tatted all over, and you never seen him put out a list like that. Yeah, that's because Deontay's too dark. He like them short, light-skinned, slant-eyed niggas. That's what Ego likes.
With long hair and leg tattoos. That's what they like.
Long hair and leg tats. See, I'm just making a point. Errol got tats. I think he got tats on his leg, right? I mean,
bro, hold on. All these dudes have leg tattoos. All these dudes have tattoos. It's a part of the culture. It's art. All these dudes have tattoos. Devin Haney got Bill Haney on his leg. He got leg tattoos. All these dudes have tattoos, man.
But this dude put the emphasis on. Do y'all know how gay this is, bro? Yeah. This shit is wild, bro. This shit wild. And Wild Smile's right. He said you're supposed to check women's legs. Exactly. What the hell is this?
Bro, not only that, bro. Listen, it's a whole debate going on in my city about fashion and stuff right now, right in Houston. But let me say this, bro. Chrome Heart is an old designer. That's an old designer brand. Do y'all not know Dipset and niggas in the Bronx and Harlem been wearing that shit since the early 2000s? All them dudes in New York been wearing that shit, man. I mean, bro, come on, bro. Jim Jones, Cameron, all the cats in the Bronx, A Boogie, all them dudes, they been wearing that stuff, man. Like, come on, bro. If you love the guy, just say you. If you want him to be your husband, if you love him, just say you love him, man. Like, come on, dude. What are we talking about?
This whole thing is bizarre to me, man. But anyway, man, salute to everyone in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat, man. Word from your 503, man. You know you got an open invite anytime. You know what I mean? Thank you for sliding through. And we're going to air these on the way out, man. Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat, the General's on. And don't forget.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50-50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC. And remember,
It's a usual suspect day.
y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50-50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC. And remember,
It's a usual suspect day.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.